today's session we discuss about the shape functions. Shape functions is also known as interpolation functions. The interpolation functions which is used to interpolate the value of field variable. Their field variable is the displacement. If you take this element, within this element, the displacement it is going to be vary from node 1 to node 2. Okay, if you want to know the displacement at any point of within the element, then we are going to use the interpolation function. That interpolation function may be a polynomial functions. Okay, so these shape functions are the interpolate the value of field variable, that is displacement, at any point within an element. Within an element, it can be represent the field variable in terms of nodal value. Okay, in the polynomial equation, whatever the displacement variable, it is going to be given at any point by using the equations. But here in the shape functions, at node there will be a value it is going to be considered. For example, if we take at node 1 there will be 1, then according to 1 value it is going to be how it is going to be varying throughout the length of the element, it is going to be given by the shape function. Okay, so this is how the shape function it is going to be defined. As per the field variable, it is going to be shown at any point within an element in terms of with respect to these nodal values, in terms of the nodal value. So for example, you can take one-dimensional model. Okay, so for this one-dimensional model, the displacement at any point within an element is given by u of x summation of I equal to 1 to the n number of nodes ni ui. n is equal to number of nodes ui, which is equal to nodal displacement component, and ni, which is equal to shape function. This is for one-dimensional case. Similarly, for two-dimensional case, it will be u of x n1 u1 plus n2 u2. So now we can discuss the shape function for one-dimensional bar element, which is having two nodes. At node 1, what is the shape function? At node 2, what will be the shape function? That we can discuss now and we can derive. Now the derivation of shape function for one-dimensional bar element in global coordinates. So the shape function we can able to obtain in global coordinate system, and also we can obtain in natural coordinate system. Now we derive in global coordinate system. Let us take the one-dimensional bar element which is having a two node, node number 1, node number 2. At node number 1, displacement is u1. At node number 2, displacement is u2. The shape function at node number 1 is n1. At the shape function at node number 2, n2. So here x1 is the distance from the origin. The variable x it is at node number 1 is x1. At node number 2 is x2. The difference between x2 minus x1, which gives the element length. So this is the diagram for the one-dimensional bar element. So as for this diagram, the bar element having the two nodes 1 and 2, and each node there is a single degree of freedom. That is what, in only one direction the displacement takes place in the x direction. So that only this is one-dimensional analysis bar element. Now take n1 and n2 are the shape functions at node 1 and node 2 respectively. u1 and u2 are the displacement at node 1 and 2. Then x1 and x2 be the distances of node 1 and 2 from the origin respectively. Then x be the distance of any point within an element from the origin. The x is the variable here. If you want to know the value of the x at any point within the element, we can able to know from the origin. Now the displacement u at any point within an element is given by u, which is equal to a0 plus a1x. This is take it equation number 1, where a0 and a1 are the generalized coordinates, can be determined from the boundary condition. Now let us take the boundary condition. First boundary condition, at x is equal to x1, u is equal to u1. Therefore, these values, if you substitute in equation number a, we get u1, which is equal to a0 plus a1 x1. This we take it equation number 1. Similarly, from the second boundary condition, at x is equal to x2, u is equal to u2. Then the equation a becomes u2, which is equal to a0 plus a1 x2. Just take it equation number 2. Now from equation number 1 and 2, as we subtract in, we'll get u1 minus u2, which is equal to a0 gets cancelled, and this becomes a1 as common factor, x1 minus x2. Now we want x2 minus x1, because x2 minus x1, which gives the element length here, x2 minus x1, which gives the element length, so that this we can directly write it as u2 minus u1, which is equal to a1 x2 minus x1. Now a1, which becomes u2 minus u1 divided by x2 minus x1. As substituting the a1 value in equation number 1, we get u1 which is equal to a0 plus u2 minus u1 by x2 minus x1 into x1. a0 which is equal to u1 minus u2 minus u1 divided by x2 minus x1 into x1 as we substituting a1 value. Now as simplifying, we get a0 which is equal to u1 x2 minus u1 x1 minus x2 u2 x1 plus u1 x1. Now plus and minus u1 x1 gets cancelled and remains with a0 which is equal to u1 x2 minus u2 x1 divided by x2 minus x1. Now setting a0 and a1 values in equation number a, we get u which is equal to u1 x2 minus u2 x1 divided by x2 minus x1 plus u2 minus u1 divided by x2 minus x1 into x. So as multiplying this x with this, then we get u1 x2 minus u2 x1 plus u2 x minus u1 x1. Because we know that here we can take it in place of x2 minus x1 LE. As we taking the u1 common factor from this and this term, we get u1 which is equal to u1 into x2 minus x plus u2 x minus x1 divided by LE. As we are writing separately this term, then this equation becomes u which is equal to x2 minus x divided by LE u1 plus x minus x1 divided by LE u2. Hence the variable displacement becomes u which is equal to n1 u1 plus n2 u2 plus here x2 minus x1 divided by LE which is equal to n1 x minus x1 divided by LE which is equal to n2. Hence the displacement will be equal to, this is in terms of shape function, where n1 and n2 are the x2 minus x1 divided by LE, x minus x1 divided by LE are the shape functions at node 1 and 2 respectively. Now the shape functions, we can write it like this. Then based upon this shape functions, how that shape variation going to be takes places, okay, with respect to the nodal values, that we can see here. At node number 1, the n1 value will be equal to 1. When it becomes equal to 1, as you substituting the x values, okay, when x value equal to x1, then n become at node number 1, x value will be equal to x1 from the first boundary condition. We can see here, okay, from the first boundary condition, what at node number 1 x becomes x1, so that here you can write at node number 1, when x becomes x1, this becomes x2 minus x1, so that you can write it that is as a LE by LE which is n1, okay, n1 which is equal to 1, so that it becomes here n1 which is equal to 1. So at node number 1, n1 value will be 1. So the value it is going to be vary, the shape it is going to be vary at node number 1 as 1, and it is going to be decreasing towards the node number 2 to the 0. So you can get it the different points of n1 value by substituting the x values, okay. Similarly, taking as a node number 2 here, as we substituting node number 2 value as a x form, okay, when x is equal to x2 at node number 2 from the second boundary condition, you can see, okay, so that as it is becoming x2 here, x2 minus x1 which becomes LE, so that LE by LE which gives 1, so n2 which is equal to 1, okay. Now at node number 2, the n2 value will be 1, so from 1 to it is going to be decreasing towards the node number 1. As we can substituting the x values in different points, we can able to get the different values of n2, okay. So for overall element, we can have the shape variation at node number 1 and node number 2, okay. So here this, why it is only node number 1, n1 which is equal to 1, as per the properties of the shape function, if n1 value at particular point, if it is 1 or unity, then remaining all the nodes, the n1 value will be equal to 0. So this is the main thing or the property of shape function, okay. Similarly, as we're taking n2, if it is n2 value 1 at node number 2, then remaining all nodes, the n2 value will be equal to 1, okay. This is the shape variation diagrams for the one dimensional bar element. Thank you.